Hi, and welcome to another episode of Veterans Onward to Prosperity. I'm your host, Master Sergeant Retired, Anna Maria Bliven, and it's my pleasure and privilege to be here with you every week to get you more information, resources, and sources by which you can move onward to prosperity. But I want to pause for just a moment because we all know that in the last 72 hours, there's been things that are happening in the world that we wish weren't. So I just want to make note, we did our job. We're doing our job. As warriors and veterans, we're standing in the gap. We're doing what we know to do. And we can be proud of that and feel power with that. Some of us are feeling very sad, anger, confused. Got it. I'm right there. We're on the front lines, many different front lines. I'm there. I got it. But you know what? We're all together. Remember our training. Remember, we are strong, and we will remain strong no matter what. We have each other's six. There are many opportunities for all of us to share our thoughts, our feelings, our anger, our confusion, and I invite you to do so. The Veterans Crisis Line is available. If you can't get through, keep trying. It's time for buddy check. You guys know what I mean. Call someone, make sure they're okay. If they're not okay, be their buddy. You remember that. Our battle buddy? We need battle buddy. It's time for a buddy check. Now, having said that, I am your battle buddy for the next 30 minutes, giving you information that is really going to make a big difference in your journey as a veteran and a warrior to be a veteran. So stay tuned and don't go away. We'll be right back. Ron salutes as a LinkedIn business strategist and relationship advisor. He's the co-author of 21 Days to Success with LinkedIn. He's a guest speaker for the U.S. Army on veteran transition. Contact Ron at his website.
Hey everybody, join us for the Smash Party, nationwide Smash Party, to smash out all of our stress, the stress that has been accumulating for over the COVID-19 pandemic. Get it all out. Smash out that frustration, that disappointment, that anger. Get it all out. 15 minutes of smashing, and then we be calm. Breathe. Just breathe and relax.
Welcome back, Veterans Onward to Prosperity. I'm your host, Master Sergeant Retired Anna Maria Bliven, and in the virtual studio today, we have a father and son team, Gino and Terry. Say hi to the audience.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? This is Terry. I go by Ranger Johnson. Glad to see y'all.
Ranger Johnson and Gino. And you know what, audience? We have a special treat today because they are champion builders.
Yes,
Yes.
right, yeah.
So if there was ever a time when we need to be strong, it is now. So please tell us what it is that you guys are up to.
Yes. Wow. Well, Anna Maria, thank you so much for having us on board today. It's been exciting to be a part of what we're doing. We actually recently made a change to our doing business as name to Champions for Veterans, right? To be a little bit more clear in our title about who we are, what we do, and who we're champions for. And, it's been just an amazing time. We basically help veterans know how to go about getting their benefits from the VA and really just be empowered to get what's theirs, right? And so we really support and make a difference, and it's been really amazing to be a part of it.
I love the term empowered because sometimes, especially in the recent days, we kind of find ourselves feeling powerless. But you guys are there to boost us up. Terry, Ranger, give us some empowering words. We need it. You're on. What would you say to us now to keep us pumped?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I tell you, we talked to so many veterans. Yeah, thank you, Anna Maria. I appreciate it. It is about staying in the fight. And that's what I always like to tell veterans all the time. You can want to quit. It's okay to want to quit, but you just can't. Right? I mean, it's just like when you had that rucksack on or you went to training or tech school or whatever you had to do, you had to continue, right? This is why it's so important to have, people like Anna Maria and this organization helping veterans all over, because that's what we're about with Champions for Veterans. It's about showing you that you have another mission after you get out of the military. I always say, for me, Anna Maria, the toughest part of being out of the Army
was the camaraderie.
Was not connected with my buddies. Like this is that connection.
Yes, that camaraderie, that connection. Boy, if there was ever a time when we need that now. But even more than that, it's the information and resources that you two give that make a difference in the fact that, many of us don't understand that we have all these benefits. It's kind of being told, go to this dinner party, and you feel like all you're going to get is the main entree when you could also be getting an appetizer and a dessert.
Right.
Well, you guys are telling us about the appetizer and the dessert.
Yeah. The funny thing is, you talk about what we do. We actually teach veterans how to get the VA benefits that they deserve, right? So my background, I did 20 years in. I went in 1980, retired in 2000. Like you, I'm retired E8, first sergeant. And when I retired after 120 jumps out of airplanes with a jacked up back, degenerative disc L5 vertebrae, I retired at 10%. They gave me 10%. With that. And I couldn't hardly walk to the mailbox. And so I was frustrated, didn't know what to do. And it took me 17 years to go from that 10% to what I felt I should have gotten was 100%. I got there in 2017. So I merely wrote about it. I started doing like you, volunteering, helping people in my church, helping people at my community. And lo and behold, I started helping people get their benefits. I mean, I'm talking about from 10 to 100 things of that nature. Didn't know what I had, right? I just knew I was helping. So during COVID, my son heard about what I was doing. And he said, Dad, what are you doing? I said, well, son, I'm volunteering, helping people. He said, Dad, we can put it online and help more people. He saw more of this than I really thought. I thought it was a local community thing, and he made it a national, international thing. And I just let him tell his part of really making his dad believe we could do it.
Hey, Gino, we're going to hear more about that after these messages.
Let me introduce you to Frank Sinclair. He has a business called Dream Again Business Consulting. Frank believes that you were put on this earth for a specific reason. It's his job to find out why. If we follow the natural course of your life and your story, it always leads to your purpose.
Mike Merwin here, U.S. Navy retired submarine officer turned entrepreneur. I turned my hobby of 25 plus years making beef jerky into a thriving small business. Made in small batches with only high quality ingredients, it's not good, it's crazy good. A portion of all proceeds helps save military lives. Order now on www.crazymikesjerky.com using code CB10 for 10% off.
Welcome back to Veterans Onward to Prosperity. I'm your host, Master Sergeant Retired Anna Maria Bliven, and in our virtual studio today, we have champion builders for veterans. You know, I was just talking about the analogy of the fact that we go to a dinner party and all we think is we have the entree. And you guys tell us all about the appetizer and dessert, okay, in that analogy. And Gino, you found out about the fact that your dad was volunteering his time, telling as many veterans as he crossed paths with about the appetizer and dessert. And you said,
I said, what is that? I had never seen the plate, let alone seen the appetizer and the dessert, right? And, a little bit of background about myself, I didn't serve. I was surrounded by it. Of course, my dad, grandfather, Vietnam vet, brothers in the military. And but my dad last year was telling me about what he was doing and how he was helping people get their VA disability ratings, right? And get the rating they deserve. And he was teaching me and telling me about it and what he was doing. And I said, okay, what is that? And I'm like, wow, this is life-changing information you're giving to people. And it's not readily available to them. And just by giving them information, teaching them, coaching them, you're changing people's lives. And, at that point, he had helped about 20 veterans get higher ratings. And I was like, like my dad said, we can help so many more people because there's so many veterans out there that are in need of this information. And so since last year, we went from those 20 folks he helped to about 300 people in our program right now. And it's been incredible. I'm actually a CPA. I did accounting for 9 years. I went to the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, hotty toddy. So, and I spent 5 years, got my master's in accounting, did 9 years in the accounting role and in that world, in the corporate world. But really just saw something amazing and a way to change lives. And, I left my job in the middle of the pandemic. We hadn't made any money. We hadn't done anything as an organization at that point. But I knew that this was something we could really help a lot of people with, and I needed my time to be able to do it and be a part of it.
Yes, and the reason why Terry and Gino are on the episode in the month of Mission Education Possible is because you guys have developed an online course.
Mm-hmm.
And the online course teaches us what we have to do to find for ourselves the appetizer and the dessert.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
That's the exciting part because when we have that education,
absolutely.
Yeah, because when we have that education, all of a sudden, if you got a 10% rating, you now know how to boost that up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, and that information has been changed.
Absolutely. And the big thing about us, I always like to say this, Anna Maria. We're smart. Veterans are very smart. We're not dumb. You don't join the military and go through all the schools and do what you do being stupid. We're not. The issue that I found with VA benefits is we didn't know what we didn't know, right?
Right.
The system is so complex. Now, listen, I was an Army drill sergeant, and I simply had an idea. What if we could make this just like we do basic training, step by step, by the numbers, walk through training, where I say, put your left foot here, don't put your right foot there, right? and if we could make a course like that, we could follow it because all veterans understand by the numbers, walk through method of instruction. And really, that's all I did. I wrote it just like I did when I was a drill sergeant, and I teach it just like that. And we found that veterans that get in the course, they say, wow.
Yes. Wow.
This is easy to understand. Now, my son is CPA. The program is not written like a CPA, okay? It's written like a soldier trying to go from point A to point B.
Yay! I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's simple curriculum. I mean, it is definitely step by step. This is what you do, and at the result, the result is happy. It's like overjoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband and I got out. I think we were given 20 and 30%. He's now up to 60 and I'm up to 70. But it's a process.
Wow.
Yes. But we didn't have
right.
the privilege of the course to talk us through.
Right.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, this you hit it on the head. When we serve 20 and 30 years and you do whatever, or 5 and 10, or whenever you serve, we're dedicated. We love our country. We love what we're doing. We don't do it for money or for anything else. But let's be honest, you get hurt while you're in there. You're jumping off trucks, you're shooting weapons, you're around loud equipment, and body starts to ache, especially as you get older. Okay. And many of us, just like I know you did, I tell people, I just took Ranger candy, Motrin, and drove on. Right. But when you get old enough, you say, wait a minute, I need to do something different. Because what happens is, let me give you a quick example. I hurt my back while I was in, and I can remember I dealt with it. I was getting ready to go to church one day, 2015. At that point, I made it to 90%. And then I bent down to tie my shoe, Anna Maria, my back went out. My back quit. I'm laying on the floor at this time with tears in my eyes. And that's when the first time in my life I thought, this is the first time I lost control of my body, ever. I'm talking about, I'm a Ranger, I'm a Green Beret, I'm Special Forces, rough guy, and now I can't even get up. It scared me to the point of saying, I need to go back and finish and get to what I felt I should have done, which is 100%. And so what we tell veterans, don't listen to anyone else, right? Listen to your spouse, someone close to you, and they see you and they know you're getting down and they know you can't do it. Then come see us, reapply, and we're going to do that. And better than that, you're going to feel better about it because there's so many other things that you're going to be able to get benefits for your family as you get these benefits. And we want to help people, period.
Yep. I want to add a little bit to that. Being his son, of course, Anna Maria, I saw that. I remember being in high school playing football. I love wrestling with my dad. We're a very physical family. We love to hug each other and love each other and wrestle with each other. But there were times when he had to take a break. He had to lay down. He had to give himself rest because of his back issues. And then to learn last year that there were benefits out there that he could have gotten that was just so difficult for him to get. And just like my dad, there are millions of veterans just like him, right? And so I'm just as passionate about it, seeing my father deal with that. And I'm like, hey, every veteran should be getting what's theirs, right?
Yes.
But there are other children and everything and doing the same situation.
So right after these messages, we're just going to give the overall of the steps. And, well, you know what, guys? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey vets, you know who I am. This is Ranger Johnson, and I want to help you to get the VA disability rating that you deserve. And if you want to know more about the Ranger method, please go to championsforveterans.com and schedule a free consultation now. Stay in the fight!
Hi, welcome back. I just gave you a little bit of a teaser, but now listen up, get a piece of paper, write this down. First step, recognize that you have benefits, right?
Right.
Second step, go and do what is necessary with the forms, correct? All right. So in the third step, after you've done what you need to do with the forms, then there comes into a technicality that you guys put out there for us to be
Right.
aware of.
Right.
There's nothing worse than getting into this process and then getting stuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You help us so that that doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is what I teach people all the time. I said, listen, the VA will pay you for over 830 issues. People don't realize that. Over 830. But you got to have the documentation and the proof, the medical proof. Now, here's the issue, many of us don't have the medical proof because while we served in the military, just like me, when I retired after 20 years, I can tell you nothing was in my medical file. I had one thing for my back, something for my ankle. That was pretty much it after 20 years of being in combat arms the whole
Yes. And then
time.
what happens?
So having someone like Champions for Vets, and that's what we teach, how to get that.
Yep.
Right. And then what happens when you don't have the documentation, you get stuck.
Right.
Right away, it's a no-go. So, guys, pay attention. How, with their course, you will have all of your documentation. And then I have a surprise for all of you. The date of your application starts a clock running.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is after you get approved, you get back pay.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yep. That's right.
You get back pay to the date of your application.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some of you are going, oh my gosh, I better start that application. No, get the education first.
Exactly. Anna Maria, I know we have warriors and veterans on the call, right? And one of the things that we start off with is a consultation when people decide to schedule time with us, where in that, even if you're in the service, say you have a few months before you actually leave, we can give you some great insights into what's out there. Like, what is on your body? What are you really dealing with? How can you really think about this a little bit differently as you move forward in the process? So whether you're a few months out before you get out of the service till you've been out for 50 years and you don't have any medical evidence, but you know you're dealing with something that was on your body that's from your service, we can help you.
You say 50 years?
50 years. We have a veteran. My dad can tell that story about a veteran we've helped 50 years. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I'm sorry we don't have that much time, but guys, I hope that everybody that's listening is starting to realize that, you know what? You got more than just the entree here. You also have the appetizer and the dessert. Gosh, and maybe even another course, of the.
Come on, come on. Talk about
all right. So if they want to know more about this, Gino and Terry, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, www.championsforveterans.com. That's championsforveterans.com. You go to our website, you can schedule a consultation with us, see our testimonials, hear a lot more about us, and reach out to us. We love to talk to you.
Okay, that's Champions for Veterans, and that's FOR, not the number 4.
Correct, FOR. Yep.
Championsforveterans.com. All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being on this show and for what you do, and having that online course so that we can learn the steps, not be stuck, and get what is ours.
Amen.
There you go.
We can help ourselves and our families in the process. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll be wrapping this up in just a few minutes.
I'm Zach Damon, host of the disability channel Detroit. Please join us at the Disability Channel and watch the Disability Channel Detroit for all your Michigan disability information.
You know what? I keep saying the analogy of a meal. But when it comes right down to it, if you only think that you're able to get the main course with a beverage, it's a surprise that you actually also deserve to have the appetizer and the dessert. You earned it. You worked for it. At the beginning of the show, I wanted to remind all my veterans and all my warriors out there, we're doing a job, we continue to do a job, and we march forward. The show is Veterans Onward to Prosperity. So yes, while we are very saddened, very angry, confused at what is taking place in our recent days, we can still know that we are all in this together, that you are not alone. We're all feeling it, but we're all moving forward. What else is there? I have always been telling everybody, don't be stuck, okay? We can have a moment of confusion and anger, but guys, it's a moment. We move on from that moment. Terry and Gino have devised an online course. Please take advantage of it. Take advantage of another thing. We have as an education program at the Disability Channel for all those veterans, disabled people who want to have a lifetime loving career in the media industry. So if you've ever thought to yourself, wow, I would wonder what it would be like to work in the media industry, wonder no more, because they have the training that it would take for you to learn what it is to work in the media industry. Now we have a fundraiser for to underwrite the cost of this training for folks that are in the inspiration and aspiration to be in the media industry for the rest of their career. Now that fundraiser is October 12th, and it's the really cool, I've never even heard of a drone ball drop fundraiser. So it's kind of a new thing, and it's kind of a fun event that's taking place on October 12th. So if you're so inclined, would you please consider buying a drone ball or buying a ball that's going to be dropped from a drone? And know that it's $10 per ball, but that $10 is going towards a lifetime career in the media industry for somebody. So you know what? We can all have fun, we can all have fellowship, and we can all know that we are moving forward someone's life into the media industry. So having all said that, let me tell you that next week, you definitely want to stay tuned, because next week, we're going to be talking about the GI Bill from someone on the inside of the VA. You don't want to miss it. So until next week, I will leave you with a sigh, a strong message of being strong and be the best